Good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to the 157th Heidelberg University Commencement Celebration. And congratulations to the Heidelberg class of 2010. We are here today to recognize, acknowledge, and celebrate the magnificent achievements of 248 graduating students from our university. They will soon join over 12,000 living alumni of our fine institution. In most regards, this ceremony represents the culminating moment of a college career. For our graduate students, this day marks a moment of higher preparation in their chosen professional field. We pause to salute the achievements of every woman and man who will walk across our stage to receive their Heidelberg University diploma. Each individual has worked hard over many years to learn, to grow, to meet, and to exceed the requirements for becoming one of our graduates. These students have earned our respect and admiration. Nobody achieves anything entirely on their own. Every graduate has reached this moment with the loving help of family members and friends. In recognition of the many contributions and sacrifices that your families, your friends, your teachers, your mentors, your counselors, but especially your parents have made to get you here, I would like all of our graduates to now stand, turn around, look as best as you can in the direction of your dearest supporters if you can find them in the crowd, and please give them a standing ovation of gratitude. Because it is a beginning of the rest of our lives, for the rest of your lives. While finishing, we are commencing. We are excited for your success and proud to be in your company. We stand here waiting as your friends and new colleagues along your life journey, because all of us should remain of the mind and spirit that life is always about beginnings. Well done. As each student passes across our platform this afternoon, in most ways just like their predecessors over the past 156 ceremonies, we want to acknowledge these new and glorious beginnings with the grand traditions of our institution. Yes, that means plenty of pomp and circumstance to go around for everyone. What is pomp, and how do you know it when you have it? We are adding a new symbol to our ceremony today, a white rose. This beautiful flower symbolizes both a farewell and a beginning. It conveys respect, friendship, love, and hope. These are the strong feelings of everyone surrounding all of our graduating students today, and we are expressing these feelings to each of you by giving you each a white rose.
I'd like to thank Dr. Huntington for this honor and the opportunity to speak with the graduating class of 2010 at Heidelberg University. This is an amazing day for you and for your parents, friends, and people who have supported you throughout your time here. Your family has been very helpful, I'm sure, and as Samantha said, it's never too early of a time to start asking for money. This wonderful university has been graduating well-rounded, highly motivated, and students as well for 157 years. I can say without a doubt, you should be very proud of graduating from Heidelberg. But today, I'd like to talk to you about something that is extremely important to me, and I believe is important for the future of the United States of America. Is this echoing? It is something that's fundamental to our formation as a country and why we have such pride in this nation. The topic is personal ethics. The ethics that we count on to raise our families, run our government, businesses, universities, and communities. And there are three questions that I want to pose to you today. One, has the phrase, winning is not everything, it is the only thing, become our core commandment that supersedes any other set of values we live by? Two, have we forgotten what ethics, virtues, and values are, and what they really mean, and what can happen when seemingly good people decide not to adhere to those characteristics? And finally, as grandchildren or great-grandchildren of America's greatest generation, those people we see on shows like Saving Private Ryan, Band of Brothers, or the current special called Pacific, what can you as a person do today to start a revolution instilling ethics in our society and becoming America's greatest ethical generation, and our greatest ethical generation in American history. Vince Lombardi, the great coach of the Green Bay Packers, is often credited with coining the phrase concerning winning being the only thing, when in fact he said, winning is not everything, wanting to win is. But to my generation, and I want to emphasize my generation, and the current generation of business leaders, politicians, professional athletes, coaches, and countless numbers of parents, this concept of winning at any cost is pervading our daily lives. If you don't believe that this is true, check out the kinds of comments that are made by many coaches at tryouts for competitive youth athletic programs anywhere in the United States. At these competitive auditions, you will hear the kinds of things you might have heard in the boardrooms of Enron, WorldCom, and Lehman Brothers. We're only in this to win. We play hard and don't apologize if it gets too rough for the other side. If you don't like our way of playing the game, you can quit because we don't like your type of our team. And if you're going to do something that might be against the rules, just don't get caught. Each of these corporations has ceased to exist or has been absorbed by others largely because their executives led by a winning at all costs attitude. Is it any wonder that we see a lack of core ethics surface in companies or in politics when this kind of example is being set? The point is, we are imprinting our children with the wrong values even before we add in the impact of television networks, the media, our politicians, and others who impart their versions of virtue and ethics. It's a powerful package, and I would suggest a destructive package. It's a toxic ethical value set that reinforces and embeds the wrong kinds of ethical behaviors from an early age. As a former athlete at the University of Missouri in the 1960s, the mantra was play hard, play as a team, and play to win, but not at all costs. Today, you have athletes who knowingly, methodically, and deceptively engage in using illegal performance-enhancing drugs. We all know who they are because they continue to be publicly exposed. And what have they accomplished? Not only have they embarrassed themselves, their sport, their families, they have cast suspicions on anyone who honestly sets new records or achieves greatness. As potentially America's greatest ethical generation, I would implore you not to do what my generation has done by allowing the wrong core values to be taught to our children and to be used in all facets of life. I challenge you to become parents, coaches, teachers, business leaders who will simply do the right thing. Just do the right thing. You hold in your hands the ability to change the course of our country in this regard. Now I'd like to share the story of Charles Guy. This is a truly sad tale of a model husband, father, military officer, and business person who did not rise to the occasion when he could have, and the awful price he's paying today. According to an article in Fortune magazine, June 9, 2008, Charles could be any one of you sitting in this room today. He was an honor student, attended Vanderbilt, and went to the Wharton School of Business. He was a decorated pilot in the Desert Storm engagement. He was a city commodities trader with a great family. He has 3 children and a terrific spouse. What's remarkable to me is that Charles Guile was working in an environment after the 2001 technology meltdown when there was a tremendous effort to do the right things in corporate America. In other words, Charles Guile would have gotten an extremely strong message to play it straight or face the wrath of regulators and attorneys. He should have understood beforehand potential consequences of not playing by the rules. Unfortunately, he was a seemingly good person who decided to do some very wrong things, or he simply disregarded the possibility that he would be caught. According to the article, he was investigated by the Department of Justice as a person who participated in a conspiracy to falsify bank records.